Hey YouTube, how is everybody today? Here in St. Louis, Missouri, the weather is turning extremely cold. It is raining. They are calling for our first snow tomorrow. I don't know whether to be happy or to be a little hesitant about it. Hey, welcome to my channel. Thanks for coming back. I greatly appreciate all the likes, all the shares, all the subscribes. As an artist, as an entrepreneur, as a business coach, your likes, your shares, your subscribes mean so much to my channel. Right now we're getting ready to gear up and get into the holiday season, and hopefully your sales, your service has been up to par. But oftentimes I get women who want to question, I haven't hardly sold anything. I've hardly made any kind of money, and I'm burnt out. I just don't know what to do anymore. So this is what I like to tell my creative-minded women who feel like that they have failed within their own business. Just stop what you're doing. Take a step back and look at how far you have come from when you first started. Stop worrying so much about the money that you're not making and think about the money that you have in your bank right now, the money that you have in your wallet, the money that you are able to make from your classes, your service, your product, and get back to creating. Get back to the basics of what you love to do, because that's how you started doing it. I've done an awful lot of traveling over this past summer, and I am the first one to admit 8 days gone is a long time, and things get put on hold and business goes by the wayside. And since we are gearing up into Christmas, I am trying to get back on a fast track, but really have been in this introverted mode of not wanting to go live and not wanting to do video. And I do have quite a few classes that I have scheduled for November. But what I am finding is that I am needing to step back myself and get back to what I love to do without having a business side to it. I've been working on this rooster painting here. It's a duo painting. I started it back in July, but because I've been traveling and been doing so many other things. But this is the companion piece, the original, and then I am matching it to go with the other. But I'm just kind of taking a step back. I'm doing some client coaching through email, through Facebook video chat, still doing my coaching, but myself as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, everything is ebb and flow. Everything kind of just goes like this, and you need to be able to be adaptable to whatever your business is, even when you are not making any kind of money. That doesn't make you less of a business person because you're not making money. It makes you more of a constructive business owner because you were taking the time to step back. You were taking the time to assess what you need to do so you can go further. We've got 60 days left of this year. Finish out this year just like you want to start in the next. And if that means you need to step back and you need to replan a direction that you're going, you can do that. You are entitled to do that. Maybe put your business on hold for right now. Do some real strategic planning. Get your journal out. Start your blog. Get back to writing. Writing can be awfully, in a good way, cathartic when it comes to getting your message out and getting your feeling out and matching pictures with it. Maybe you haven't had a whole lot of sales, but you have all kinds of product. Why don't you get those pictures of that product, and why don't you start to match them with the words on your blog and start to share them on all of your social media sites. Just as this morning I have had 17,000 views on my Pinterest, from my travels, from my product, from my service, from my writing. My blog has reached about 10,000 people with reads. It's those small things that you want to do in order to stay in your customer, in your follows' front mind. working on this painting for this class that I have, actually 2 painting classes that I have coming up in November. It's been nice to kind of step back and move the paints and change my own perspective and perception, knowing that I have these classes that are coming up, but it's not necessarily important to me to push product. What's important is I get back to who I am, get back to speaking my vibe, get back to coaching my women and seeing what everybody else wants to do with their life for 2020. 2019, it was a great year for exploration for a lot of us, a lot of adventures that came about because so many different women were trying their hands in so many different things. And now it's kind of coming down to what can you narrow into what you do that's going to help you be more productive and more happy in 2020. Also I like to talk about who you are using for your third-party entity to help you, schedule your classes, to schedule your events, who you can speak in front of. There is Meetup in all cities. There is Eventbrite that you can list your classes with, or you can even look to see who is having what, where you can go and listen to somebody else who has a message that you want to hear. You can always take a class. You can always go to your local community college. I'm even finding myself that come January I will be putting myself back in school, learning a few more things about video editing and some more photography things. Also, don't discount Facebook events. We use social media to share all of our family pictures and all of our accolades and our opinions about religion and political things. But don't forget about, your classes, your events. Go to Facebook events and, put something up there. You can share that amongst your people who are following you. You can ask your family, your friends to share those things. That is actually, and Dabble. Dabble has quite a few hubs that I like to use for my third-party marketing. And through Facebook and Dabble for the month of November, I have quite a few classes that are coming up. I am in the St. Louis, Missouri area, and whether I am traveling or whether I am working out of my home, which I love to do so much, I can take my business and I can go anywhere across the United States. I'm not limited to that office space. I'm not limited to that 9-to-5 corporation type job. And these are things that I talk about and I teach with my creative-minded women on how important it is to stay true to who you are and what you are capable of doing because of your talents. It's not always about the great dollar amount. It's not always about the 6 and 7 figure that you want to chase. It's about the small amount of people that you can serve, the small amount of people that you want in your classes and at your events. If you are in the St. Louis, Missouri area, I would love to have you in any of my coaching classes. We can do online for an hour and a half at $55, or we can do in-person 2 to 3 hours for $90. You can send me an email at kitrynmarie@gmail.com. Look for all of my pictures if you want to see all of my latest and greatest travels. Go over to Facebook, go over to KM Designs Writer's Mind and scroll on down and look to see the photography. I haven't quite got them up on my website yet. That's a whole other day that I need to do that. I'm just working on this painting right now. If you'd like to take any of my classes, any of my art classes, I would love to have you. I'd love to be able to show you how to flip sides in your mind, get out of that logical side, and let's change perspective, let's change perception, let's move some paints. Go over to kmgraphicapparelandart.weebly.com to see all the classes that I do offer for today and tomorrow. Always be happy, be blessed, be thankful for all the wonderful things that have come into your life. Remember, fate does turn on a dime, and you need to decide what side of that coin you want to be on. This is your life. You get to pick and choose how you want to spend the rest of your life. And if you are comfortable and happy, chasing that paycheck for somebody else, then, by all means. But if you are looking to start your own business, start to really dive into who you are and why you want to do the things that you do, it's time for you to find yourself a good business coach, and I'd love to help you. So you take care, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye-bye.